Farming is one of the world's oldest professions. But what if you could transform it with technology that literally flies? Today, we're going to dive into how drones are doing just that, turning back-breaking labor into a really powerful, high-tech business opportunity. So let's get right into it.
All right, let's just jump right in with a comparison well, it's pretty mind-blowing. Think about this. A task that used to take a farmer 4 whole hours can now be done in just 7 minutes. Yeah, you heard that right. 7 minutes. Now, that's not just a small improvement, right? That's a total game changer. But to really get how this is even possible, we first need to understand the problems this tech was built to solve.
For forever, really, farming has had its own rhythm, its own pace. But that rhythm is under a lot of strain these days. So let's talk about the real day-to-day struggles that farmers are facing, because these are the very challenges that open the door for a completely new solution.
So what you're looking at here is really a vicious cycle. It all starts with a major labor shortage, right? That puts farmers under incredible stress, especially during the busiest seasons. So what happens? They're forced to do all this time-consuming manual spraying themselves. And this task, it's just not efficient at all. It wastes a ton of water. We're talking up to 200 liters for just 1 acre. And on top of that, the spray doesn't even get applied evenly, which means wasted money, wasted resources, and ultimately it's not great for the crops. It's a system that's just begging for an upgrade.
And that upgrade, well, it comes quite literally from the sky. And no, this isn't something out of a sci-fi movie. This is the Krushi Udan agricultural drone. It's a piece of tech that was designed from the ground up to tackle every single one of those traditional farming problems head on.
Okay, so take a look at this side-by-side comparison. The difference is just staggering. I mean, we already talked about the time savings, but look at the water. It goes from up to 200 liters an acre, all the way down to just 10. 10. That's like a 95% drop. And instead of a whole crew, you need 1 pilot. And all that guesswork? Gone. It's replaced by GPS-guided precision. This means every single plant gets exactly what it needs. No waste, nothing more, nothing less.
So what exactly is this thing? Well, at its heart, it's a 10-liter capacity drone built for one job, spraying. But the real magic, it's in the software, it's in the brain. Sure, a pilot can fly it manually, but it also has a fully autonomous autopilot mode. I mean, you can literally just draw a map of your field on a screen, hit go, and the drone takes off, sprays the entire area perfectly, and then comes right back to where it started, all on its own.
But here's what makes this whole thing so smart. They didn't just stop at the drone. They realized the drone is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. The company behind all this has built an entire ecosystem around it, all designed to support the modern farmer. This is so much more than just selling a piece of hardware. Okay, so think about it. The drone can't fly everywhere, right? So for places like poly houses or for really delicate work between crop rows, they develop these cool little remote-controlled rovers. They also offer satellite monitoring, which gives farmers this incredible bird's-eye view of their entire farm's health. And then there's the Tatya app. And honestly, this might be the biggest game changer of the whole system. And here's why that app is so brilliant, especially if you're thinking like a business owner. The easiest way to think about it is like an Uber for tractors. Seriously, if you own a drone or a tractor or any other piece of farm machinery, you can list it on the app for rent. Then any farmer nearby who needs that equipment can just book it through the app. It's a simple idea that creates a brand new and really powerful way to make money. So let's get to the real heart of the matter here. This whole thing isn't just about making farming a little bit easier for existing farmers. No, it's about creating an entirely new type of business, the business of being a professional drone spraying service provider.
Okay, so the big question, what does it cost to get into this business? To get a complete setup, and that means the drone, extra batteries, a charger, the whole package, you're looking at an initial investment of around 4 lakh rupees. Think of that as your ticket to get into the game.
So you invest that money, what's the potential return? Well, what you can charge for your service really depends on where you are. It can be around 600 rupees per acre in some areas and go up to 1,000 rupees an acre in regions like Pune and Nashik. Now, just remember what we said at the beginning. You can cover an entire acre in just 7 minutes. You can start to imagine how quickly that adds up over a full day's work.
And we don't have to imagine. On average, the people who are already doing this are earning somewhere between 50,000 and 80,000 rupees a month. And listen, this isn't some made-up best-case scenario number. This is what real people who've already invested in this tech are making right now by running their own businesses.
And if you want to see what's possible when you really scale this up, check this out. There's a center in Fulton that was running with 3 drones. During peak season, they earned between 4.5 and 5 lakh rupees in a single month. It just goes to show you that with the right plan, especially when demand is high, the potential is just huge.
Okay, so right about now, you might be thinking, wow, this sounds amazing, but it also sounds kind of complicated, right? Well, the good news is the path to actually getting started is way clearer and has a lot more support than you might think. Let's break down the steps.
It really comes down to 3 simple steps. Step 1 is figuring out the financing. And as we'll see, there's a ton of help available there. Step 2 is getting your official pilot's license. And again, it's probably easier than you're imagining. And then step 3 is the launch. And the best part is, you're not just thrown out on your own. You get full support from the company, and they even help you find your very first customers. So let's talk money, the financing. First off, you don't have to come up with all of this on your own. There are actually government programs designed specifically to help. You've got things like the Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, the AIF, which can get you loans with really low interest. Then there are other schemes that can give you subsidies of up to 30% on your initial investment. The point is, no matter if you're an individual, part of a farmers group, or even a recent agriculture grad, there's a financial support system out there for you. And the pilot's license? I know that can sound intimidating, but it's really not. It's a required 7-day training course. That's it, 1 week. It's fully approved by the DGCA, which is basically the official body for all aviation in India. And the company actually walks you through the entire process. So in just 7 days, you go from beginner to a certified professional drone pilot. So let's just recap. We've seen the old problems, we've seen the new technology that solves them, we've seen the business model, and we've seen the clear 3-step path to get started. This isn't some idea for the future. This is happening right now. It's creating a whole new generation of entrepreneurs in rural areas. And that really only leaves one final question. Are you going to be part of it?